All right. I'm not sure if any of you guys here smoked infused cigars, but this is the infused line in our portfolio. This is called the Upsetters. So the name comes from Lee Scratch Perry's house band. He was one of the original roots rock reggae artists in Jamaica that kind of preceded, Bob Marley's ascension to popularity. Nick has a deep affinity for an appreciation for reggae music as well, and that was really the inspiration behind this line. Coincidentally enough, we incorporate Jamaican tobaccos in the filler here for all of these cigars. Believe it or not, Jamaica used to be a very big-time producer of cigars throughout the late 90s. Eventually, there was a migration to the Dominican and some of the other areas of production that we see now, but any of you guys that have ever smoked Royal Jamaica or Macanudo, perhaps, those were all historically made in Jamaica because they had a long history of tobacco growth there, too. When Columbus reached the West Indies, the native Arawak tribes were smoking indigenous tobaccos amongst those Caribbean islands. There's also, oddly enough, a Jamaican-Connecticut connection, too. So during World War II, the United States government had deemed tobacco a necessary ration for the troops. However, everybody was in the Pacific or the Atlantic fighting, so there was nobody left to work the fields. The Department of Agriculture in Connecticut drafted a work visa program for Jamaican migrants because of their expertise in working tobacco to come up and work the fields in Connecticut to ensure that cigars could still get delivered to the troops. To this day, outside of New York, Hartford, Connecticut actually has the second densest population of Jamaicans in the country. And where our office sits on a 308-acre farm, our administrative building was once a barracks building that housed migrant Jamaican workers, which is pretty cool. The cigars themselves, they have a little bit of molasses applied to the head, so you have some nice residual sweetness. The infusion process gives you some botanical, herbaceous effervescence, and then you have a plethora of options to go through too. So just to kind of cluster them to make it a little bit easier, and if you guys are curious, it's on the back side of those laminated sheets on your table too. There's 4 Connecticut shade cigars, which would be the more, again, entry point there if you want something more mild and creamy. You have the Ska, the Small Axe, Skipper, and Rocksteady. The fuller body side, you have the Zola and the Root Boy. That's our Toro and 660 there. And then we have the 2 kind of outliers. So the Django is a Robusto Gordo that has Sumatra. It sits more in the middle of the road. And then we have the Para El Sapa, which is the green one there that incorporates Candela wrapper. So again, even amongst this particular line itself, we kind of span the range of flavor profiles and strength levels. So that way, anybody that wants, a different style of infused cigar, if any of you guys are going to smoke Acid, Deadwood, Tatianas, or just you want to experiment with something different, the Upsetters is a great thing to try.